In today's session, we are going to discuss a new chapter from your English grammar textbook. The name of the chapter is Subject-Verb Agreement. Now, let us see the definition of the subject-verb agreement. Subject-verb agreement means the subject and verb must match or agree in number and person. So, number here refers to singular or plural, and person, it is first person, second person or third person. Verbs can change form in tense, person and number. The subject and verb of every clause, independent or dependent, however, must agree in person and number. Once you identify the subject and the verb, you can then determine such agreement of the subject and the verb. So, there are three persons: first person, second person, third person. And there are two numbers, singular and plural. Nouns ending in S are usually plural. Verbs ending in S are singular. Singular subjects should be paired with singular verbs, and plural subjects should be paired with plural verbs. Now, let us see some example. So, as I told you, a singular subject takes a singular verb. Here you can just see the example. The bird sings. So, bird here, it's a singular subject. So, the verb here is singular verb sings. And here, a plural subject takes a plural verb. So, the birds sing. So, here the subject is in plural form. So, the verb is in plural form. Plural subject takes a plural verb. Generally, be verbs change the most according to the number and the person of the subject. Other verbs do not change much on the basis of the subjects except the verbs of the simple present tense. So let us see the tabular column. If the subject is in first person, the verb in singular form is am and the verb in plural form is are. The same subject, if it is in second person, then the singular form is are and the plural form is are. If the subject is in third person, the singular form is and the plural form is are. If the subjects are a third person singular number, the verbs are used with s or es when they are in simple present tense. The verbs with s or es in the sentence are called singular verbs. So now let us see. The first person subject, we have I, we. The second person subject, it is you. And the third person, it is he, she, it, they. So first person subject here refers to person or persons speaking in the sentence. Second person subject refers to person or persons addressed. Third person subject refers to person or thing spoken about and may be the noun or third person. In simple terms, first person refers to the speaker, second person refers to the person spoken to, third person refers to the person spoken about. Now, let us see the example. First person, singular, I am an excellent tennis player. Plural, we are excellent tennis players. Second person, singular, you are a nice person. Plural, you all are nice people. Third person, singular, Alex plays well under pressure. He is a good player. Plural, They are good at chasing. They play well under pressure. Now, let us see the usage of modals in subject-verb agreement. Modals such as will, must, and may do not change if the number and person of the subject change. So, for example, Kiran, Beena, and Harish will meet us at the gate. I will join them a little later. What about you? Will you come too? So, now in this section, we are going to read about the first rule, that is, Rule 1. If two subjects are joined by and, the verb will be plural. If two subjects refer to the same thing or person, the verb will be singular. So you can just see the example given here. Joseph and Virat are close friends. So these two subjects are joined by and. So we are using the plural form of verb are. In the next sentence, you can see rice and dal is a staple meal in many parts of India. So the two subjects refer to same thing. So the verb used here is in singular form. Now let us see rule 2. Collective nouns usually take a singular verb. For example, the staff works extra hours on Monday. So staff here is a collective noun. So we are using a singular verb, works. So in the same way, so one more example. The jury has awarded custody to the grandmother. Here, jury is singular. So the singular form of verb here used is has. So now let us see rule 3. So rule 3 is about the indefinite pronouns. No one, everyone, everything, anyone and someone are always singular and hence use singular verbs. None may be singular or plural. For example, everyone is busy watching the cricket match. The singular form of verb is used here. Same way, everyone seems to be nervous about the exam. So here again, you are using the singular form of verb. So now let us learn rule 4. Some and all can be singular or plural. If the subject has an uncountable noun, use a singular verb. The same way, if the subject has a countable noun, use a plural verb. Example, some hot water is left in the bucket. So here, some hot water. So hot water is going to be an uncountable noun. So a singular verb is used here. In the second sentence, some of the students are in the library. So here you have a countable noun. So you are using a plural verb. Now let us see rule number 5. Distances, periods of time and sums of money take a singular verb when considered as a unit. So let us see the example for this rule. 2000 rupees is quite expensive for this bracelet. 10 kilometers is a long distance to walk. So here the amount of money and the distance is considered as a unit. So the singular verb is used in both the sentences. Now let us see rule 6. When a second subject is introduced by as together with, as well as, or along with, the verb agrees with the number and person of the first subject. Let us see the example. The politician, along with the journalist, is expected tomorrow. Excitement as well as nervousness is the cause of her stutter. Himanshu, along with his friends, is planning to visit the nearest bakery. Now, let us see Rule 7. This rule here says that use the closest noun when those subject nouns are joined with conjunction or nor and either or neither. For example, a driver's license or two photos are required. Two photos or a driver's license is required. So now in these two sentences, you can see the difference in the usage of verb forms. Now let us see the usage of neither. Example, neither the accountant nor his clients know the combination. The same sentence, there is a change in the verb form when we rearrange the sentence. Neither the clients nor the accountant knows the combination. So hope that you understood the difference in the usage of verb forms. Now let us see rule number 8. So rule number 8 says that sometimes the subject comes after the verb. So remember that the form of the verb will depend on whether the subject is singular or plural. So here for example, there are 5 apples in the refrigerator. So the subject comes after the verb are. So there are 5 apples in the refrigerator. So here the verb depends on the subject. In the next sentence, here is the book you were looking for. So again the same way, here the subject comes after the verb, and based on that the form of verb used here in this sentence is, because you have a singular subject, singular verb, and when we use plural subject we have a plural verb. So now rule number 9. Use a singular verb when a gerund or an infinitive is used as the subject. So for example, to err is human. So here to err is the subject and it is in infinitive form. So the singular verb is used after the infinitive subject. And in the second sentence, trekking is my favorite activity. Here trekking is a subject and it is a gerund. So the verb form is used after the subject. When you have two gerunds or two infinitives in a sentence joined by a conjunction and, then the verb in the sentence will be in a plural form. So for example, watching movies and reading books are my hobbies. So you have two gerund here, watching and reading, and it's in plural form. So we have used plural verb form. The second sentence, swimming in the ocean and playing drums are my hobbies. So here in this sentence, swimming and playing, two gerunds are used in this sentence joined by a conjunction and. So the verb is in plural form. Hope you understood the complete rules of the subject-verb agreement. We have come to the end of this session. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day, children.